Hi, my name is Jay Leopardi. I'm from California. I'm in the entertainment music space, technology. Prior to seeing Dr. Jeremy Lamb in the Lamb Clinic, I suffered probably all of my life from, I don't know what, anxiety, depression, you name it, right? Uh, Headaches, sinuses, a little bit of everything. Didn't know what was wrong with me. Gone, rushed to emergency room many times, been to many different doctors around the world. Nobody could figure out what was wrong with me. Always had high blood pressure, always had fast heart rate, just beating it. Numbers that doctors would just say, think I was in cardiac arrest. Was just very ill and didn't understand why I was ill. One of my very close friends, and he also works with my company, so he's a colleague, introduced me to the Lamb Clinic and said, you need to see Dr. Lamb. And, I kind of fought with it for a little bit and said, well, what he was telling me about the doctor's office and things that they do here and all the equipment that they have, I thought I was a little bit overwhelmed, to be very transparent. And, something inside of me said, yeah, I need to go see this doctor. So I went in. The first time I walked in the office, I felt really at home. I felt like this place was clean. It was, very organized. I felt safe, and I've not ever felt that in a doctor's office. Once I had my appointment and I went in and actually sat with the doctor, Dr. Lamb, first thing he did was he prayed with me. And it blew me away. It put me in tears, to be very honest with you. I've never gone to a doctor's office where somebody's prayed with me. And, I know that 90% of anything that's wrong with me, or any of us for that matter, that prayer can nip it right in its butt. And so, he went on to hand me a piece of paper, and after hearing all of my symptoms and doing his checks, and handed me, diagnosed me with something, and it was called adrenal fatigue. Never heard of it. Thought it was very interesting, and so, he had prescribed me a few things, done a series of testings, sent me home with some testings, and I started taking the vitamins and supplements that they prescribed for me immediately. I immediately the next day felt a difference. That is truth. Simultaneously, I had to follow some protocols to put together the saliva tests and some different tests that need to be sent out to the labs, and so I did that. Doctor said they'd be back in a series of weeks, which he was spot on. They came back exactly to the day that he said they were going to be back, and he had, did a phone conference or a video conference with me and explained that not only have I been diagnosed with this, but these are my levels that are within my chemistry, my body. And so, it was a little alarming at first, but it was very relieving simultaneously, because I was able to put my finger on something. Hey, we've got, I knew there was a problem, and now we know what the problem is. And so my endorphin levels, a lot of levels in my brain were off, in my whole makeup of my body. And so, he went on to explain to me that we need to detox you. We need to do a series of different things and start getting you well. And this could take some time. It's now been, I would say, 7 months, 6 to 7 months of being a part of this practice. And I can, with every bit of my life, explain that they were spot on to what was going on with me. We come to find out there were even more mutated genes in my makeup. And so, that was also a little bit alarming, but he was able to prescribe some supplements, and I use all of their supplements here. I don't think I would ever touch another supplement, and I've tried many in my life just to be on the safe side on a regular basis, but I've stopped. I only use Lamb products. I'm not here to endorse Lamb products. That's not what I'm trying to do. I want to share my testimony, because I feel like everybody that doesn't know what's wrong with them needs to get checked. And if I can be a part of a movement that's saving lives, I want to be a part of that. And just to be very sincere about my testimony, everything has changed. everything. My wife has noticed a difference. At some point she thought I was having, psychological problems, which I was, because it was my body, these things cause those kinds of side effects. But if people feel like, a doctor will diagnose you and say something along the lines of it's a psychological thing, but these are really symptoms of problems that are undiscovered, these roots in your body to getting to the problems. And so I feel and I know with everything that I have that this clinic and Dr. Jeremy Lamb specifically, because he's my doctor, has used the Lord to nip this in the butt. And I feel I'm on the road to recovery. And I feel now 95% better than I've ever felt in my entire life. Not just when I got sick, but better than I've ever felt. And I can only imagine that it's just going to get better. Well, the things that I'm able to do now that I have been treated and diagnosed, and I've been medicated properly with the right supplements